What is good in the hoodie, y'all? It's your boy Max with a brand new video. Today we're gonna talk about the Crew Motorfest and why you should or you should not buy it. You know, all the scoops and poops about the game because it just came out and I played it legit the first day, So let's get into it. So Crew 2 Motorfest is a little bit different from the Crew 2. I mean, a little different. I'm talking about user interface, handling, graphics, overall gameplay. Everything got a hot swap, all down to the pro settings. Everything is not too crazy different, but it got its differences. It was a little bit different, but yeah. So the Crew 2 Motorfest, y'all. Say you're a new player coming from the Crew 2, you already know the ins and outs. Or you're brand new on the Crew 2, you never really got to play. It swings either way, so. But I'm gonna talk for you Crew 2 players out there that been playing the game for multiple years. You're already accustomed to everything, so yeah, when you're moving on to the Crew Motorfest, right? A lot of people, a lot of content creators fail to explain how the game is. Yeah, they show off all the good stuff, but they're not going in depth on what really changed. When it comes to the handling, it's a lot more semi-realistic. I do say the drift is a lot better than the Crew 2, a lot more easier, if you should. But the handling though, Jesus fuck. Yeah, it's real tough, man. It's tough as bricks. Until you find the right tuning, you're just not gonna be driving properly, man. I mean, like some overkill and understeer. Had a friend damn near lost his mind when he got the game because he couldn't drive it properly. We pros in the Crew too, so coming over here, we expect the same thing. And another thing about the handling, you can see it looks a little floaty. You gotta pay close attention if you're trying to catch that. But it's like it's floating, it's not really turning. I think that's where the understeer kicks in, but the cars don't feel like they're turning on the Crew Motorfest, So you gotta be aware of that. Another thing is with the new user interface. Back in the Crew 2, you did like a little tutorial. You start out with the streetcar, you go into the planes, the boats, then you're free to go. On the Crew Motorfest, you gotta do some playlists. They got new playlists now. You gotta do like maybe 50 or 55 fucking races with loan cars. I'm telling you, all of them bitches gonna be loan cars, man. So you expect them to drive your babies off the Crew 2 or a brand new purchased car? Yeah, you could give them hopes out the window, yeah. It's all loan cars going ahead, I think after though, when you do finish the playlist, you can go back and do the races with your own cars. I'm still new as well, so I cannot tell you everything about the Crew Motorfest, yeah. I do know some things like the handling for off-road vehicles. It's a little more slippery. I won't say easier or it's harder, but it's a little more slippery now compared to how it was in the Crew 2. Well, it was a little slippery then, but as I said, the handling changed, so you should expect that if you're looking to buy the game, And coming with the handling, I'm talking all cars. All cars handling got fucked up. Like you gotta get the tunes or some shit if you wanna be driving on the roads, man. And you probably already seen it, but we got 28 people online. Just friggin' cool. You can't face through each other anymore. But 28 people, still a W. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Good update, yo. Another thing I don't like about the Crew 2, it's a little buggy right now, it's a new game. Hopefully they fix it, cause back in the Crew 2, bro, I've been playing that game since launch. And my fuck, it's been buggy, yeah. It's buggy bugs everywhere. Bugs Bunny on Bugs Roads, bro, it's crazy. I do found my way around some bugs, a couple glitches here and there. And another thing too, you should look out for is it's the same lobby as it was in the crew 2. The same. You can only get 7 people, 4 in the crew, which I think is complete fucking garbage. You know, like why have a game that big and you can only get 4 people in the crew, man? Like I think they're still running off the old servers, cause it's just a waste, man. It's a waste. You know, you're trying to vibe out with your boys and whatnot, and you can't because you can only get 4 people in the crew, and goddamn 8 in the session. It's fucking ridiculous, man. GTA 5 came out probably 10 years ago, and they're pulling 30s left and right, man. So Ubisoft, if you want to keep the game alive, I recommend you put at least 16 in the lobby. Shit, put at least 20 in the lobby, 8 in the crew. You know, 8 players in the race. Why 8 people can't be in the crew? You know, maybe more than that. You know what I mean? Like y'all gotta elevate yourselves, yeah. And that was the biggest problem on the crew too. You know, you could barely get people in there, or the lobby just glitching. They just kicking you out the crew. Whole bunch of bullshit, man. I see they got some AIs running around, just racing around the map. You know, does look cool, right? You know, does look good, but I don't know if it's gonna benefit the game. You know, my suggestion is you could just remove all that shit, and then you add the extra players in there. Cause mine's on PS5s now. You know, we can handle that pressure, but y'all still thinking back in the Stone Ages. You know. Yeah, I really think they need an update on the lobbies, man. Well, that game's gonna die just like the crew too. Promise you that, yeah. It's gonna die, y'all. It's gonna get boring. I already completed the game. What to do now? Do some online races. Shit, all my stuff maxed out. I'm the best. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Fuck, I'm bored. You know? Ain't no vibing out, bro. You can only get 4 mans in the crew. 16 people in the PlayStation lobby. Why can you not get 16 people in the crew, you know? 16 people in the session, 20 plus people in the session, dog. It don't make no sense. You feel me? So yeah. Ubisoft, you probably will never see this in your life, but I recommend it to you to upgrade the lobby, dog. Fix your bugs, all this shit that's going on right now. If you want to keep the game alive, you know? That's all to you new players as well. That's why I say you don't want to buy the game as yet, because there's a lot of changes, some good changes, maybe couple bad changes. So you gotta wait and see what you're really getting into, you know, before you try to invest in a game that you probably might not like, because all the shit that got changed. You know, I'm talking interface, gameplay, drifting's pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, does take some getting used to if you're really trying to get, you know, into it. Takes some getting used to, man. Trust me. So yeah, it is a pretty good sounding game too. They did improve the sounds by a shit ton. You know, F40, Ferrari F40, kind of nerfed that one up a little bit, you know, but still alright. Yeah, man. So if you could get in touch with Ubisoft or whoever fuck's running the crew, I'm saying, tell them to upgrade the lobbies, man. I don't want the game to die like the crew 2 did, you know. It's not even the worst part 2, bro. Like the crew 2 been out for years, still had the same bugs, same problems, same bullshit, you know. And I had to find my way around these bugs, bro. Like you want to get your boys in the lobby, invite your boys, kick some out, invite your boys, kick some out. You know, it's like what the fuck? Just expand the lobby, bro. You know, as I say, it's a new game, but let's say a couple months go by and they don't fix this shit, and I say the Motorfest is dead in the water, man. You know, just make content while you can and play it while you can before it goes away. That's if they don't fix the game, though. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Hope y'all enjoyed a little rant. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, last video did so good, had to make a new one, you know? That's beautiful, man. Yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. El piso.